Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali. Thanks for coming through.
Walaikum assalam, Brother Hassan. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to do this podcast with you.
You know, I really appreciate you dedicating your time, taking time out to come for this event.
Don't mention it. I love to help out my brother.
Alhamdulillah. So how's everything been?
Alhamdulillah, everything's good. The month of Ramadan is around the corner. Playoffs are around the corner. I'm excited to see Houston take it all this season.
I thought you were gonna say the Warriors though.
Whoa. Let's keep this conversation on a good frequency. And let's agree that the Houston Rockets are going to take everything.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
But on a serious note, the 15th of Shabaan is actually right around the corner.
Oh yeah, I mentioned the month of Ramadan and I completely forgot to mention the 15th of Shabaan. So yeah, that's true. It's also around the corner.
So you know, every year the 15th of Shabaan just passes by, and I feel like there's so much more work we have to do for our Imam.
Well, I know I have a lot of work to do, but what more can you do? I feel like you're already doing so much.
Oh, there's a lot more work, my brother, trust me. So let's put it this way. Let's say that the Zuhoor happened tomorrow.
Okay.
What would you be doing at that time?
Oh man, that's a hard question to answer on the fly. We were just talking about basketball 10 seconds ago.
The name of this episode is actually Do It Now. You see, so let me make it easy for you. Give me 5 points that you would do to prepare for the Imam.
Okay, I think I can do that. Well, the first point I think is easy, right? No matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'd rush towards helping the Imam. Because if the Zuhoor is happening, it doesn't matter if I'm at my job. That job's not going to matter anymore. It's time for the Zuhoor.
Prioritize.
So, the second thing I do is I'd see what the Imam's expectations are from me and try to fulfill those expectations to the best of my ability.
Alhamdulillah.
No matter what that expectation may be. The third thing I would do is I try to connect to the Imam. Try to establish a connection with him just by being around him, because essentially the Zuhoor is something I myself and all of us Shias have been waiting our whole lives for.
So we have to develop the spiritual connection, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the fourth thing I do is I try to defend the Imam against all his enemies. And if defending him on a battlefield is what he wants, then that's what I'll do. Or if he wants me to defend him with my tongue and voice out against his enemies, that's also something that I would be more than willing to do for my Imam.
Alhamdulillah.
And the last thing I try to do is anything that the Imam prohibits me from doing, it doesn't matter if I've been in the habit of doing it my whole life. It doesn't matter if it's something that I've never even done before. It's something that's never going to cross my mind again.
Alhamdulillah, man. I'm loving all these good intentions that are flowing in the atmosphere.
Hey, you know, I'm trying to be on track for the 313, so these are the least of the things I could be doing.
Inshallah you make it. But you know, there's a hadith from Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum,
where he actually commands us to do all of this right now.
Wait, right now?
At the present moment.
How do we do that all right now when the Imam's in the ibad?
Okay, let me get into this hadith, alright?
Okay.
Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, he says, one who dies without the recognition of the Imam of his time, he dies the death of ignorance. And the one who dies with the recognition of his Imam, the advancement or postponement of this affair, meaning the reappearance of Imam Mahdi, it will not harm him. And the one who dies with the recognition of his Imam, it's as if he is alongside the Mahdi in his camp.
Okay, but what does this all really mean?
See, for a person who is really doing Intezaar, being a true muntazir of the Imam, he will prioritize his work for the Imam all the time, even if he is in ghaibat. Or if the Zuhoor happens far into the future, it would make no difference, because this person would be prioritizing and being prepared for the Imam before the Zuhoor, right now.
Okay, I'm following you now. But what about my second point? How do I know if he really, or how do I really know what the Imam's expectations are from me?
Haven't you heard of this one hadith? Man mata walam ya'rif.
Oh, I know this hadith. Man mata walam ya'rif imama zamanihi mata mitatan jahiliya.
Man, you memorize it by heart.
I told you, bro. I'm already on track for the 313.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So you see, the ma'rifat is the expectation of the imam.
I feel like I already have ma'rifat though.
So what do you think ma'rifat actually means in context to Imam Zaman, Ajallahu Ta'ala Faraj Sharif?
So my understanding of ma'rifat is that ma'rifat is to know who your imam is. I know that my imam is Imam Mahdi alayhi salam.
Sure, but you know it actually has a much deeper meaning.
Okay.
This Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, he explains even more. He says, Ya bunayya i'rif manazil shiyati. O my son, know the level of the Shias. Ala qadri riwayatihim wa ma'rifatihim. From the number of traditions they narrate and from their level of recognition. فَإِنَّ الْمَعْرِفَةَ هِيَ الدِّرَايَةُ لِلرِّوَايَةِ. For surely recognition is the comprehension of traditions. Meaning that understanding the teachings of Ali Muhammad is that true ma'rifat.
Wow, so ma'rifat is more than just knowing facts about the imam.
Exactly, it's way more than that. So we have to reassess ourselves over here. You see, think about it for a minute. How many teachings of Ali Muhammad do we really know? You know, how many teachings do we know about Tawheed, or about the Adalat of Allah, or about the Sifat of Allah, or about the concept of Fitrah, or about the importance of Ahlul Bayt, or about the most important topic, Imam Mahdi, Ajallahu Ta'ala Faraj Sharif.
Brother, I'm beginning to realize how little I'm doing and how much more I can do in order to prepare myself for the imam.
There's a lot more we can do. There's a lot of work we have to do.
So what else can we do?
So, see, Imam Ali Raza alayhi salam, he actually beautifully explains this in this hadith. He says, Rahimallahu abdan ahya amrana. May Allah have mercy on the person who enlivens our affair.
And how exactly do we enliven their affairs?
See, that's exactly what the person asked the Imam. How is your affair enlivened? And the Imam told them, Yata'allamu ulumana. He learns our knowledge. وَيُعَلِّمُهَا النَّاسِ. And he teaches it to the people. فَإِنَّ النَّاسِ لَوْ عَلِمُوا مَحَاسِنَ كَلَامِنَا لَاتَّبِعُونَا. Surely if the people only knew the beauty of our words, لَاتَّبِعُونَا, they would have certainly followed us.
Wow, that's a beautiful hadith. So that's the expectation. Learn and teach.
Exactly. It's to learn the ulum of Ali Muhammad, the knowledge of Ali Muhammad, and teach it to whatever capacity that we're able to.
Now I'm really evaluating the scenario. It's been 1100 years. 1100 years since the ghabat of the imam. And I'm just now finding out about his expectations.
So you see, there's always a way to prepare for the imam. There's so much work we can do, and there's always a way to prepare for the imam's return.
I get it. I can find out about the expectations. But how can I connect to him right now?
See, in order to connect with the imam, we have to first of all open our hearts to him. You know, we have to converse with the imam. We have to share our problems with him. We have to speak to the imam. And you know, reciting Ziyarat Ali Yasin every morning is a beautiful thing we can do to develop the spiritual connection to him. And in fact, there's an amazing hadith from Kamaluddin that explains this connection that the companions of Imam Mahdi have to him. The Imam says, Allah has given them wisdom, recognition, and understanding, with which the occultation for them is like seeing the Imam in person. These are the true believers and the real Shias who call towards Allah's religion secretly and openly.
Wow, so I can totally connect with the imam right now. Even though he's in ghabat, he's still here and listening to me, so I can talk to him about my Cal exam, or I can talk to him about issues that I may be having in my family or with my friends, and just open up to him.
Exactly.
So what about my fourth point, defending him against his enemies?
See, to defend the Imam in this day and age, we have to first of all keep the zikr of the Imam fresh in our hearts and in the circle of influence that we have. And when it comes to defending his existence, the understanding of his existence and concepts of Mahdiyyat, like the longevity of his life and the ghaibat and all of the realities of Mahdiyyat, we need to have in full solid understanding and rational proofs of all of these realities. and be able to put up a solid intellectual defense for the Imam. See?
Intellectual defense is a beautiful way to put it. I have to be able to set up a mental fortitude in which I defend the honor and legitimacy of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got it.
So, with that being said, I think I can answer the fifth point myself. Do everything now. Follow his orders now.
Alhamdulillah. You've got it, man. Doing everything with full sincerity, full attention, on time, and staying away from everything that's haram. That's what we should be doing. That's what we should be doing. We have to make him happy.
Yeah. And I came in here with 5 simple steps that I'd do if the Zuhoor were to happen tomorrow. But after having this conversation with you, I realized that there's so much depth to just these 5 simple steps, and I don't even have to wait until after the Zuhoor to do them. I should be doing it right now and after. And
that's the beautiful thing, right? We're actually making steps towards fulfilling these expectations that the Imam has from us. So inshallah, we'll be the first responders to the Imam.
Inshallah, that's the dream. Let's turn it into a reality.
Inshallah. So, you know, let's say that the Zuhoor happened right now. What would it look like? Are we ready?